Hello, friends. Welcome to Friday Night of Huhnkie episode 273.3. Yeah, it kind of sounds like option, yeah. Okay. Let's do stretching, okay? Good morning. Happy Sunday morning. Let me have some water. It's quite early in the morning. It's like 5 a.m., okay? Sunday morning. Yeah, I tend to wake up early, whether it's weekend or not. So, yeah. Ooh. Oh. Now, the lower back, torso. But now let's do martial arts. Kicking, uh, front bend, inward kick, jump. Okay. Also jump, front, outward bend kick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine, thank you. Okay. Good exercise. Oh, it's hot. Summer. 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. We are back. All right. So, let's see. Some brightness adjustment in cell phone. Okay. There we go. So, I'm sorry about hair. I know it's horrible. Look, I'm 48. Okay, so I have those spots here and there. Okay, so my apologies, but yeah. Anyway, so I think it was like yesterday. Was it yesterday or it's either yesterday or the day before yesterday? Like we did some creative writing, like improvisational acting, comedy about mental illness. Okay, but now let's talk about it seriously. Okay, because it's important. Okay, yeah. So mental illness. Okay, in psychology, the abnormal psychology or psychopathology. Okay, so it's important. Okay, so let's talk about it seriously. Okay, without any acting. Okay, so uh, why is it important? Because it exists. I understand. A couple of days ago, I read a few pages of this nice independent scholar's paper. My guess is that that gentleman probably in his early 20s or late teens. My guess is like some pretty young person, I think. Published an article in Vixra.org, okay, which is where I also publish articles there too. Okay, yeah. So independent scholar, okay. Basically, evaluating psychology as a pseudoscience. Okay, so that gentleman said, yeah, psychology is pseudoscience. Okay, so okay, so the thing is this. Okay, psychology is relatively young science. Okay, and the goal of psychology is to explain human mentality. Okay, that's what they are trying to do. Okay, and that's not an easy thing to do. Okay, and in the past, like Dr. Sigmund Freud, he's a medical doctor actually. He's got an MD in Austria, Europe. Dr. Sigmund Freud, he came up with some psychological theories, and his successor Carl Jung. So Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung, both of them are very pseudoscientific. Okay, so those criticism against psychology, there's some valid point there. Yes, Sigmund Freud, Carl Jung, their theories are very pseudoscientific. Okay, it is like an interpretation of dream, psychoanalysis, and like Rorschach test, like ink blood test, and like that very pseudoscientific. Okay, like hypnosis. Okay, and so Carl Jung, his predecessor Sigmund Freud, well, they are the two most famous names in psychology, right? They're like basically founders of psychology. Okay, so but both of them are very pseudoscientific. Okay, their theories, in my opinion, there's some valid theories there, but I think at least 50% of their theories are wrong. It's just not scientific at all. It's very pseudoscientific. Okay, and it's like they borrow a lot of concept from Greek mythology, which is fiction. Greek mythology is a fiction. Okay, they're not real story. Okay, but especially Sigmund Freud, his many of his theories based on like fiction, Greek mythology, like Oedipus syndrome, for example. Okay, those are totally fictional. Okay, 5 minutes left for chorus. Okay, 5 minutes. Sure. Okay? Yeah. Vocal rest. Right. So yeah, psychology, okay? So it's they're getting better though, okay? Let's give them time because human mentality, we're dealing with something invisible. Okay, and even today, what year 2026, yeah, there's some neuroscience, neurology, and they are getting more understanding about brain, animal brain, human brain. Uh, it's something very difficult to understand, okay? And there's some physical dimension there, brain, okay? But human mentality is mysterious, okay? It's like human psyche, psychology, okay? So mentality, there's some metaphysical dimension to it, like religion, philosophy, soul, spirit. Okay, so so but they're trying. Okay, and they're getting better. Okay, yeah, so psychology again is a young science, relatively speaking, and so they're getting better. Okay, yeah, they're trying. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. There are people with good intentions. They want to help, like people with mental disorder. Yeah, they're trying to help. Okay, yeah. Now let's talk about mental disorder. Okay. Do I think I have some mental illness? What do you think? Do you think I have some mental illness? Well, you be the judge, okay? But in my opinion, I do not think I have any mental illness, okay? So, well, let me redo my hair, okay? But look, jokes aside, what is the joke? You be the judge. Like Huhnkie Lee having mental disorder, is that a joke? Or Huhnkie Lee being having no mental illness, is that a joke? Which one is the joke? You be the judge. Okay? But in my opinion, I don't think I have any mental illness. Okay, yeah. Well, but again, you be the judge. Okay, so jokes aside, okay. But mental illness exists. Okay, I've seen them. Okay, personality disorders. I have seen them. Okay, like on the road, people who tailgate, like driving behind my car too closely. Okay, I feel something wrong with them, right? Or people like do honking, like beep beep. without no reason, making a lot of noise. Okay, so those are people with personality disorder. Okay, they may have jobs. They're driving a car, so they're making money somehow. Right? They have driver's license. They are paying the gasoline. And I hope that they are also paying the car insurance too, okay? Because some people don't, which is illegal, okay? But look, in the world, there are all kinds of people, okay? That's why it's important that we need to understand about mental illness because they are there. Some people overspeed, violate speed limit every day, okay? And they're dangerous people. I see them every day on the road. They violate the law every day. They go over speed limit as if it's not a big deal. And there are so many of those people, not just in Alaska, America, everywhere. They're breaking the law every day as if it's no big deal. They get speeding ticket. Sometimes they get into car accidents, okay? And those are the people with mental disorder. And I see them every day. And yes, they are dangerous people. Speed limit on the road, they are there for good reason. I never go over speed limit. Maybe once in a while by 1 mile per hour, okay, like, but 99%, 99.99% of the time, I never go over speed limit. I never tailgate people. No, I'm very respectful to people. Ample intervehicular distance because it's about safety. I want to be safe and I respect people. Okay? So by driving my car alone, no, I have no mental disorder. Okay. 5 minutes break. Okay, thank you. Gosh, I'm getting really hungry now. But later, I eat later. Let me start drinking a little bit, okay? Because I'm so hungry and I could have calorie. Okay, so now, so studying about mental disorder, like personality disorder, it really helps. Okay, why is it important? because it exists. Okay, like on the road. Okay, like you can just Google it. Okay, what kind of mental disorder these people have? Like overspeeding, tailgating. I did Google. Okay, it's like yeah, some impulsive, explosive, impulsive disorder, whatever. Okay, people with some like anger problem, anger issue. Okay, and also antisocial personality disorder. Some people are like that, okay, and you need to know because they are dangerous people and they exist, okay. And sometimes they go to jail because they have anger issue, like being aggressive on the road. So we are dealing with total random strangers on the road. We don't even get to see them very often, okay, because we are driving, we are paying attention to the road. So we don't really get to make eye contact, and it's not encouraged at all. Yeah, do not make eye contact with the other drivers. Okay, you just pay attention to the road because sometimes it escalates the emotional situation there. Okay, the road rage. You do not want that. Okay, it's dangerous. Okay, and you need to recognize those people and avoid them as far away as possible. Okay, you need to put distance between you and those dangerous people. Okay, but sometimes they end up car accident. Other times they end up going to jail, prison. Okay, because they're being rude to random strangers on the road. What does that mean? They hate people. They're antisocial. They exist. How often car accidents happen every day? How many people go to jail, prison every day? A lot, right? So yeah, you need to recognize those people when you see them, okay? And you need to avoid those people because they're dangerous. And you don't want to be involved with those people, okay? Yeah, they're the people with personality disorders, okay? Okay? Fine, Miss Bravo Corasto. Thank you. Well, just we want people to be safe, okay? Yeah. That's why it's so important topic. Okay. Welcome back. We are back. And so people with those personality disorder, okay, I have seen them. Where have I seen them? When I was in school, okay. Personality people with personality disorder, okay. Sometimes they're students, other times they're teachers. Okay. Yeah. In work setting. Have I seen them? Yeah. Sometimes they are employees, other times they are employers. I'm 48. Yeah, I've been to like many different kind of job setting. Okay. I used to work in McDonald's as a drive-through crew, minimum wage, and I used to work in supermarket, collecting shopping carts in the parking lot. Okay. I used to work as a sandwich maker in a Subway sandwich, yeah, making minimum wage. Okay, long time ago. And then I worked as a research assistant, RA, when I was in graduate school. I worked as a computer programmer. I worked as a U.S. Army soldier, and I have worked as a lawyer. Okay, so I many different job settings. I have lived in 7 different states in America. Okay, yeah. In South Korea, I have no worked. I was high school student. Okay, so and I travel all around the world. Okay, yeah. I never been to Australia. I love to visit one day. And Japan, just airport and just outside the airport building too. Okay, but and I lived 1 year in Afghanistan, Middle East, and I've been to many different countries in Middle East, like Qatar, Kuwait, airport hubs. Okay, yeah, and Kyrgyzstan. That's more like Southern Europe. Okay, so and I've been to many countries in Europe. Okay, yeah, so I'm very well traveled. Okay, Mhm. And I'm 48. I have met a lot of different kinds of people. Okay, so in a school setting or job setting, yeah, I've seen some people with personality disorder. Some when I was in school, yeah, some teachers, some my fellow students, classmates, and in a work setting, yeah, I've seen some employers with personality disorder and some colleagues of mine at work. Okay, uh, it's a difficult situation. Okay, but again, it's quite common. Okay, and like on the road, how many people overspeed every day, breaking the law like that every day? And there are a lot of them, right? Those are people with personality disorders. Right? Welcome. Good morning. Yeah, we're talking about people, okay? Good morning. My proud future leaders, yeah, martial arts, education, career development, okay? Thank you. 5 minutes break, vocal rest, okay? Good morning. Welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good evening in your country. Yeah, 5 minutes. Vocal rest, okay? Thank you. Yeah, yeah, martial arts, education, career development, exercise, title. Thank you. All right, so like it's look, mental disorder. Okay, so it's very common just on the road. Okay, I mean the rude drivers, aggressive drivers, tailgating, or like over speeding. Okay, I see them every day on the road. Okay, because I drive. Okay, but I do not drink and drive. I only drink at home. Okay, I do not drink outside. Okay, okay. So, but people with mental disorder, okay, the personality disorder, basically they have some emotional issues. Okay, they cannot control their own emotion. Okay, road rage. Okay, and also they hate people, antisocial. Okay, they're being rude, disrespectful to random strangers on the road every day. Overspeeding, that's dangerous, okay? It's not just dangerous to themselves, it's dangerous to other drivers, and they don't care. Okay, so they're not being able to control their own emotion. Road rage, okay? Tailgating, okay, or overspeeding. Those are illegal activities because they're dangerous to themselves and others, okay? But these people with mental disorder, they don't care about other people, or they don't even care about their own safety. It's kind of suicidal, okay? They're dangerous people, and I see them every day on the road, okay? It's but when I'm on the road, I can control my car, okay? So I stay away from them because they're dangerous, and I want to be safe. But so they're the people that who hate other people, antisocial, okay? It's why they're so disrespectful to random strangers on the road, okay? Welcome, good morning. Yeah, we'll talk about the people, okay? Yeah. Uh-huh. Good morning. Yeah. So in humanitarian school, we emphasize exercise, okay? Martial arts, dancing, physical activity, okay? Yeah, because healthy body leading to healthy mind, okay? Yeah. Even some doctors, medical doctors, understand how important it is to do stretching, exercise, regular exercise, healthy diet, okay? Those are good kind of doctors, okay? So, yeah. Okay. So, exercise very important, okay? Yeah, healthy diet, regular exercise. Having healthy body, leading to healthy mind, mental health, okay? Yeah. That's why in human art school, we emphasize exercise, okay? We start the show with exercise, okay? Yeah, good morning. My future leaders. Yeah, martial arts, education, culture development, okay? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. And also good rest, okay? Yeah. I work, I study, but in moderation, okay? So yeah, good rest, okay? Let's take 5 minutes break, okay, rest, okay? Thank you. All right, yeah. Alright, so uh on the road, yeah, I can control my car. I can distance myself from those dangerous drivers by slowing down, okay. But because personality disorder is so common these days, okay. Why is it so common these days? We can think about some cause, origination of this prevalence of personality disorder, okay. Probably it has to do with this mechanization. Instead of walking, we drive, okay. Let me do my hair after some putting some drinks here, okay. So yeah, I mean, back in the days, people used to walk because they did not have any cars. It's before invention of all these machines, okay. They used to walk, natural exercise, okay, like animals, okay. But because of all these machines, we became very sedentary as humanity. We just sit. When we drive our car, we sit. When we arrive at work, we sit. At home, we sit. Sedentary, that's what it means. We are being too static. Because so it's lack of exercise, okay? So people become unhealthy. That's why we emphasize exercise, okay? Yeah. And so they become very unhealthy body because they're not moving around. They're just sitting all day, okay? I mean, I'm sitting now, but I take frequent breaks, right? Yeah, I walk. We start the show with exercise, okay? Yeah. So I exercise, okay? But so I am healthy physically and mentally, okay? So I exercise. But many other people, they do not exercise, okay? So that's why they become physically unhealthy and later on mentally unhealthy too. Okay, so that's the reason why this mental illness, mental unhealthiness is so prevalent these days because they are not doing exercise. Okay, because of machines, cars, airplanes, whatever machines. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so let's say in a classroom in school. Back in the days, I used to be in school. I went to a lot of schools. Okay, so I'm very well educated. Okay. I can change my seat. I can select. I can control where I sit. Big classroom. Okay. And yeah, there are some students with some personality disorders. Okay, and I stay away from them. There's something I can control, right? In the classroom, as a student. Yeah. Okay. But when a professor or teacher has some mental disorder, okay, I've seen them. Okay, then I can drop that class if I have a choice. Okay. Welcome. Uh, look, you need to change your photo. Okay, I do not like your photo. Okay, so I have to let you go this time. Okay, so with a warning. Okay, so anyway, so work setting. Yeah, okay. Some in my past, some colleagues of mine have some personality disorder. It's important that you recognize. Okay. Yeah, but in a work setting, I do not have that much choice. Okay, if I have my office, I cannot change the location of my office, okay? And what do I do? Okay, so my work colleague, yeah, obviously has some mental issue. Okay, so at work setting, that's more difficult. What do I do in that situation? I have to deal with them. Okay, but good policy is this: do not make them hate you. Do not let them regard you as their enemy because we are talking about people with some personality disorder. Okay, and they're potentially dangerous people. Okay, so do not let them consider you, regard you as their enemy. Do not make them hate you, okay? Because you do not want to get into any trouble, okay? And those people with mental disorder, okay, they're troublemakers, okay? So uh, you need to be have do not be their friend either, okay? So do not let them love you and do not let them hate you. Just you need to be neutral about them, okay? Peaceful, but be aware that they are there and they have some mental disorder, okay? And you need to know about it, okay? And for your own safety, okay? And also job security too, okay? But be aware that they have some issues, okay? So maintain distance from them, okay? But do not let them hate you, and do not let them love you. Just be neutral about it, okay? It's about survivability. Because there are a lot of those people, okay? That's unfortunate, but it's the truth. It's the reality. Okay, that's why we're talking about it. It's a difficult topic to talk about. I know, but it's important. Okay, so welcome to human rights school. Okay, 5 minutes vocal rest. Okay, now how much time do we have? Have it? Has it been? Less than 1 hour. Okay, but we ventilate anyway. 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. So, we talked about some students with mental disorder, or some teachers, professors with mental disorder, some employees with mental disorder. Now, what if employer has some mental disorder? Have I seen them? Yeah, I have. Okay. People are people, okay. Those are difficult situations, okay. Some employers having mental disorder, okay. This is difficult situation, okay. Uh, you can quit your job, right? But it's not recommended, okay. Because okay, some employees with mental illness, okay. They're the kind of people who cannot hold their job very long, okay. So just have this job, quit, and have another job, then quit, have another job. It look bad in the resume, okay. So quitting is not recommended, okay. It looks bad in the resume, okay. But some employees that I've seen in my past, they just cannot hold their job for a long time, okay. Because they don't get along with other people, okay. Like on the road, I told you, okay, overspeeder, tailgater, they're just very disrespectful to random strangers on the road, okay. So, and they're people with mental illness, okay. So, job setting, okay, there's some people with mental illness in the job, okay, and they do not get along with other people very well. So they change their job very frequently, okay. I've seen that. Have I seen them in the US Army? Yeah. Many times they ended up getting fired or quit. Either way, they just do not last very long, okay? In a one job setting. Okay. How about employers with mental illness? High turnover rate. They fire their employees too often for no reasons. Okay. Yeah, I've seen them. Okay. High turnover rate of employees. Okay. They just fire, fire, fire. Okay, I have seen them. Okay. Yeah. So I mean they are running their companies, right? But they maintain their company for some whatever reason, okay. Maybe they work too hard, overworking, okay. Maybe that's why they have mental illnesses as employers, okay. But the turnover rate is too high. They just fire people too easily, okay. For no obvious reasons, okay. Okay. Yeah. We'll take 5 minutes for rest, okay. Thank you. All right. 5 minutes. So I'm 48 years old, okay? I've been many different job settings, so I'm very, very experienced, okay? So let me redo my hair, dude. Okay, okay. So and yeah, some employers with mental disorder, okay, they fire people too easily, okay? So because they're employers, okay, and they do not get along with their employees because they have mental illness, okay? Some employers with mental illness, okay, so they do not get along with their employees, okay, so they just fire them. Yeah. Hmm. High turnover rate of employees, okay, so yeah, I've seen them, okay. Yeah. And those employers that I've seen, okay, they're like micromanagers, okay. It's like no tolerance, no leeway, no creativity allowed, okay. They're very strict rules, draconian. And also many of them are verbally abusive, mentally, psychologically abusive to their employees. So I've seen people quitting because of this toxic leadership, okay? Toxic corporate culture, okay? Because employers have some mental disorder, okay? So I've seen people quitting, okay? I didn't quit in those situations. I got fired. Well, the thing is this, okay? I'm not a quitter. I have very high tolerance level, okay? And then why did they fire me in my past? I did not say anything to them. No, those employers with mental disorder. No, I did not tell them, hey, employers, you have some serious mental illness. You need to get some therapy. I didn't say that. I did not say that, okay? But they know that I know. Hmm. They knew that I knew about their mental disorder, although I did not say anything about it. Okay. And so they become like self-conscious because they're not smart. Okay. And so they feel bad about it, okay? Like, okay, this employee, Hunkily, he knows that I have some mental disorder. So whenever I see him, he makes me feel bad about myself. Okay, so they end up firing me. Okay, it has happened in my past. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah. What do I do? Next adventure, okay, in next chapter in my life. Yeah, I'll plan for new jobs. Okay, so yeah, that's this. It has happened. I'm 48. Okay, I've lived in many different places, and my policy is this: I stay in the job as long as possible because I have high tolerance level. Yeah, look, I'm a martial artist. I exercise. Okay, when I was in the army, 10 mile long, 1 month, Monday to Friday. Not every day though, but 10 mile around. Okay, I have very high tolerance as a exerciser. Okay, exercise. Very high tolerance level. Okay, so I stay in a job as long as possible. Have I quit jobs? Yes, I have. Okay. We'll talk about that 5 minutes break. After 5 minutes, okay? Oh, correct. Thank you. Welcome to Human School, okay? Uh, 5 minutes. Some brightness adjustment in the cell phone. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, good. So my very first job was in Madison, Wisconsin. Okay. So I grew up in South Korea until high school. I was like 19. That was like 1997. Okay. And then I came back to America, grew up in South Korea, born in America, okay, and then grew up in South Korea. Then come back to America, Madison, Wisconsin University, okay, computer science major, okay. So, but I could not take the classes because I tried, but I realized my English is not good enough. Although I was top student, all student in South Korea, including English class, but Madison, Wisconsin University, that's America, okay, the real America, okay. So they speak to me in English too fast. Okay, I could not understand what they're saying in the classroom. Professors, okay. And they did not understand my English either. Heavy, thick Korean accent. I still have Korean accent, but it was thicker back then, okay. You're talking about 1997. How many years ago? 29 years ago, okay. So I could not take the class. My English was not good enough to take class in the 4-year college, okay, Madison, Wisconsin University, very good school, okay. I could not take the class, okay. I could not understand English. Professors, okay. They don't understand my English at all, okay. Then what do I do? Yeah, Madison, Wisconsin University, very good school, good policy, good leadership, okay. I told you before, a couple days ago, I talked to the chancellor, the CEO of the university, okay, not sentiment, okay. They have a good leadership, okay, this is very good school, okay. So they have this policy, yeah, you can take some semesters off, okay. Then you can come back, okay. They allow that, okay. Good policy. Yeah, so I took a year off, okay. I worked in a supermarket, collecting shopping carts in the parking lot, okay. 1 year. Minimum wage, but I paid my rent because I live off campus. Efficiency studio apartment, okay. I was able to pay the bills. Yeah, commuting with bus. Okay, yeah. Public transportation, okay. Full time, yeah, yeah. 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, okay. 8 hours a day, full time. Minimum wage. Back then, we were $7.50, something like that, okay. But it was enough to pay my bills. In my spare time, I studied English. How? Memorizing some songs, lyrics, the Beatles, the Carpenters, Beach Boys. I would memorize lyrics of songs written in English. They can be from United Kingdom or America. Okay, yeah. So I would memorize the lyrics of those songs or television, movies. Yeah, English subtitle in my spare time. After I punch out, clock out the minimum paying labor job, okay, in a supermarket. Yeah, I studied English for 1 year. True story. I was 19 years old. Okay. After 1 year, okay, yeah, I'm now ready to get back to work. I will get back to school. So I quit my job in supermarket. I resigned. Okay, I quit my job and I went back to school. Later on, all A student. True story. Fine is very Bucharest. Okay, thank you. Welcome to human school. Human school. Okay. So, time check now. Hmm. Yeah, we got more than 30 minutes left. Yeah. Fine, sir. Right, Bucharest. So that supermarket in Madison, Wisconsin, that back then we're talking about 1997. Okay, so they have two branches, eastern side and western side. Okay, I worked in both of them. Okay, some lateral transfer. Okay, eastern side, western side of Madison, Wisconsin. What the name of that supermarket? Woodman's Grocery. Okay, they run 24/7. Okay, so night shift. Yeah, I did some night shift too. Okay, I prefer night shift. It's more easier because lesser number of customers. Nice and quiet. Okay, at night, midnight shift, also known as graveyard shift. Okay, but it was nice. Okay, and yeah, I enjoyed working there because they have a good leadership. The Mr. Woodman. Okay, the founder of that wonderful supermarket. Okay, I met him. He was in his 60s or 70s. Okay, he would stop by once in a while. Okay, because he's kind of semi-retired. Okay, so he works still worked at part time. Okay, I met his son too. Yeah, the Mr. Woodman Jr., the second. Okay, the now manager. Okay, he's nice guy. He's cool guy. Yeah, he also smokes cigarette too. Okay, so yeah, during my cigarette break, yeah, I did chat with him. Okay, he's a very cool guy. Okay, good manager, good management, good leadership there. Okay, it's very very nice leadership there. Okay, yeah. So I met both of them. Okay, Mr. Woodman, the founder of Woodman's Grocery. Okay, and his son, the successor manager. I met both of them. Okay, yeah. They are good leaders. Okay, good management there. Okay. So it's not that I quit because it's toxic leadership. No, it was good leadership. Okay, it's good corporate culture there. Okay, I quit because after 1 year, I was ready to get back to school because I've been studying English for 1 year in my spare time. Okay, true story. Okay. Uh, mhm. My work colleagues in Woodman supermarket, yeah, some of them are like kind of like young students, high school students. Okay, working part time, Midwest America. Okay, and some of them are immigrants. Okay, yeah, from all different countries. I did not ask them, are you illegal immigrant or legal immigrant? I did not ask them, okay. But I learned some foreign languages from them. They were from all different countries. We are talking about Madison, Wisconsin, American Midwest, okay? They're from all around the world, okay? And I learned some foreign languages from them, okay? Some of them from India, some of them from Bosnia, Kosovo, or Serbia, some of them from Afghanistan, some of them from Mexico, okay? Yeah. Or Argentina, maybe, Central South America, okay? Some of them from Africa, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Some others, Americans, okay? Yeah. Mhm. We got along very well, okay? Some of them became very good friends. Yeah. Fun is very Bucharest, okay? Thank you. It was nice. Yeah, fine. Okay, so I talked about my first job and first quitting. So if okay, yeah, because after 1 year in supermarket, okay, yeah, I learned a lot. Okay, like professionalism. Okay, so the great leadership there, great management. Okay, I learned a lot. Okay, and then in my spare time, learning English. Okay, so after 1 year working in supermarket and in my spare time studying English 1 year, I was get back ready. I was ready to get back to school, and I did. Okay. I was able to understand professors in lectures, in classrooms, and they were able to understand my English. Okay, in school. All right. Yeah. I was an all A student. Okay. Yeah. My graduating GPA, grade point average, 3.9 out of 4.0. Okay. So, yeah. And I applied to Cornell University. I was born there, Ithaca, New York. Okay. 19th century. My father did his PhD there. Okay. Yeah. So I was born there. So yeah, let's go back to Cornell, where I was born. Okay, like Alaskan salmon, right? Yeah, they come to their birthplace, right? So it was like that. Okay, so yeah, computer science major, computational biology. Okay, so computer science department, Cornell, Ithaca, New York. Okay, yeah, bioinformatics. Okay, there 2004. Okay. Mm-hmm. Full scholarship. Okay. Yeah. some PhD students have teaching assistant job. Okay, they have to teach in class. Okay, teaching assistant. Okay, I didn't. I was research assistant. So they're higher level than teaching assistant. Okay, because we are like research scientists. Okay, PhD students. Yeah, I was RA. I have full scholarship. Okay, so I didn't have to teach. Okay, because I have 3.9 GPA. Okay, and the graduate record exam GRE. I got nearly 100%. Okay, verbal also well quantitative like mathematics 100%. But writing section it was like they gave us what 10 minutes or 5 minutes something like that. I was running out of time. So but the very last sentence was unfinished. Time cut off. Okay. So I got like 5.5 out of 6.0. Okay. So there's an imperfection there. Okay. So it's a writing. Okay. Yeah. But near perfect score, GRE, okay. So I got full scholarship, okay. Hmm? So I was in Cornell University as a PhD student, 2 years. Good leadership, okay. Computer science department, yeah, deans, professors, they're fantastic, okay. Great leadership, okay. Good management in school, okay. But I quit after 2 years. Why? I realized that I'm not PhD material, okay. I like studying, but I don't want to study all the time. So I quit. As PhD students, okay, yeah, research assistant, okay, we got paid well, okay, not wealthy or anything, but we are able to pay the bills, okay, off campus, one bedroom apartment next to Finger Lake, okay, it was nice. Candlewick apartment complex, okay, next to a lake, it was beautiful. Often you, okay, it was nice. But after 2 years in PhD program, I realized that I'm not a PhD material. It was too much. I could not handle it. I could not handle it. Okay. Too much studying. Okay. Too much for me. So I dropped out. Yeah, Cornell, Ivy League school. Okay. I could not handle it. Okay. So my next destination, Hollywood. Hollywood. Yeah, Los Angeles, California. Okay. I tell you. Yeah, after 5 minutes break. Okay. Book rest. Time check now. Yeah, we got more than 30 minutes left. Okay. Yeah. Adventure, right? Yeah, welcome to Humor School, okay? Humor School. Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah, so it's funny story, okay? I mean, we are talking about Cornell University, Ivy League, okay? How many Ivy League schools are there in America? Okay, Harvard, Yale, Dartmouth, the Eastern Coast, okay? So Cornell, University of Pennsylvania, and Brown University and Columbia University, okay? About seven of them, I guess. Am I missing something? They were Eastern Coast, Ivy League, okay? Why do they name Ivy League? Yeah, in the brick building, some ivies on the wall exterior. Ivy, okay, vegetation and plants, okay. So, hmm good morning, welcome. Yeah, we'll talk about schools, okay? Yeah, good morning. So I've made friends, okay, because I do not have any personality disorder. I love people. Nowadays, I'm alone because I am 48. I want to save energy, but every once in a while, I go to bar and grill. I do not drink alcohol there. I just order some food like hamburger and French fries until my food arrives. I talk to people, mostly military veterans in Alaska. Okay, it was like yesterday. Okay, it was nice. What a treat. Okay, fellow military veterans. Okay, so I'm very normal person. I love people. I know how to socialize, communicate. Okay. Yeah. So when I was a PhD student in Cornell University, between 2004 and 2006, 2 years, okay, I had a lot of friends. Okay, yeah, they're like really smart people. They're from all around the world. Some of them from Iran, some of them from Israel, some of them from India, some of them from Russia. Computer science department, okay, yeah, PhD level, okay, so or some related area like some industrial engineering, chemistry, biology, because I was doing computational biology, okay, so the interdisciplinary. Okay, yeah, we study biology, computer science, and chemistry. Okay, so I have many friends in many different departments. Okay, yeah. Applied mathematics too. Okay, yeah, yeah. Also business people, yeah, MBAs, Master of Business Administration. Okay, I have friends there too. Okay, yeah. So I have many friends. Okay, and they're from everywhere. There's some of them from China, maybe Taiwan. Okay, so yeah, they're like graduate students. Okay, this is in Ivy League school, Cornell University. Very well educated, smart people. Okay, yeah. And so I made friends. Also, I have a few very good friends. Okay, and like inner circle. Okay, so I told them this is an acting. Okay, action. Hi guys, my name is Huhnkie. I'm going to Hollywood. I want to be movie Hollywood movie star. So I'm dropping out. And their reaction was like, "What?" Sinkhole, okay? True story. I did not say that, but we were just a bunch of guys, okay? But they were like, "What? What are you talking about? You're dropping out of Ivy League school, Cornell University PhD program to become a movie star in Hollywood. Get a grip. How old are you, Uncle?" That was their reaction. basically, okay. I'm paraphrasing what they said, okay, but they were like, yeah, don't do that. Grow up. Stop being so childish. Stop being so childish. Yeah. But that's what I did. That's what I did. Okay. Yeah, I did drop out pitch program. I drove, what, 2 to 3 days from eastern coast to the western coast. Okay. Yeah, kind of trans America travel by car. Chevy Corsica, which was featured in Therapy for Mental for a movie. Okay. Yeah. I bought the car from my ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend in Ithaca, New York. Okay. My ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend's car, red Chevy Corsica, in featured in Therapy for Mental for a movie. Okay. True story. Okay. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend's car. Okay, so used car. Okay, but it was very good car. Okay, he had no trouble whatsoever across from eastern coast to western coast. Ithaca, New York to Los Angeles, California, 2 to 3 days. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But I'm very social person. Okay. Yeah, just some dating when I was in Cornell. Okay, and my ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends. Yeah, we are all friends. Okay, so no problem. I'm very social. Okay. We do not have any mental disorder, personality disorder, mental illness. No, we are very nice people. My ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends, whatever. Okay, yeah, yeah, we are friends. We are normal people. We don't have mental disorder. No, we are very friendly. Now, do you believe that I do not have any mental illness? I love people. Okay, we get along. No problem. So I guess I just proved to you that I do not have any mental illness. Okay, so okay, I love people. Okay. How much time do we have left? Okay, so yeah, 30 minutes. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Well, so continuing narrative of Hunkie's adventure, career-wise, okay. Some school, some job setting, okay, yeah. Yeah, so like, okay, so I dropped out of Cornell University after 2 years, okay, and then driving to Los Angeles, California, 2 to 3 days, because I drive slow. I drive safely, okay, so about 2 to 3 days, okay. And then, okay, I arrived in Los Angeles, California, first at San Fernando Valley, okay, so hotel, motel room, okay. Maybe Simi Valley, somewhere in San Fernando Valley, okay, so, okay. And then applying to jobs, okay. Also some rented apartment, okay, so sublet, okay, so because I was in a motel, okay, yeah, so I need to get some housing, more permanent basis, some rental apartment, and some jobs. I applied for computer program jobs, okay, but it took me about 3 months to get a computer program job, okay, but I need to have a job, okay. That was 2006. I was 28-year-old. I was born in 1978. Okay, so 2006. Okay, Los Angeles, California. I was 28. Right, but I need to make money. Okay, so I got a job in McDonald's drive-through crew. Minimum wage $7.50. Okay, so I had to make money. Okay, very small saving in the bank account. Very small money. So I had to work. Okay. Yeah, I applied to a couple of program jobs, but it took me 3 months. Okay. To get one. Okay, but between that, yeah, I worked in McDonald's drive-through, minimum wage. Okay, yeah, it was tough. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, minimum wage. We are standing, okay, the in the kitchen, McDonald's drive-through window, right? Uh, it was busy. It was so popular. Well, I think it's Sherman Oaks. Near Ventura Boulevard, San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles, California. Okay, so that was tough. Okay, so it was busy. We were like standing the whole time. Okay, except for 1 hour lunch break or 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes for shift. Okay, after 1 hour lunch, yeah, second shift, yeah, also 10 to 15 minutes break. Okay, those are the times we are allowed to sit. Me, and I just smoke cigarette in the parking lot, sitting. Okay. I cleaned the bathroom too. Okay. Then wash my hands, okay, and then the drive-through crew. Yeah, we did cook French fries, okay. Hamburgers, that will hire a culinary artist, okay. So I did not quite get to that point, okay. So, but French fries like salt, yeah, we did that, okay, and drinks and cooked burgers, yeah, drive-through window to customers, okay. And yeah, take their card or money, cash, coins back then. Yeah. Receipt. It was tough. Okay. Physical labor. Okay. Minimum wage. Okay. Yeah. I did that for 1 month. Okay. And then I quit. Okay. I could not handle it. 28-year-old. It was too physically demanding. Okay. My lower back pain, knee pain. I couldn't handle it. Okay. Next job, Subway sandwich. Okay, perhaps healthier, more vegetables there. Okay, and so less of number of customers. Okay, it was easier than McDonald's. Okay, Subway sandwich is I think it's in Encino. Okay, still Santa the San Fernando Valley. Okay, yeah, Los Angeles. I worked there for 1 month. Okay, yeah, something like that. Okay. It was easier. Healthier food, so lesser number of customers. Okay, so it was a lot easier than McDonald's. Okay, less number of customers. Okay, so and I did make sandwich. Okay, so and I saw customers. Clumsy sandwich that I made. They ate it. Okay, thank you. I felt accepted in America. Okay, clumsy sandwich. Okay, we wore the latex gloves. Okay, hygiene. Okay, but clumsy sandwich. Okay, but I saw my customers eating the clumsy sandwich that I made. I felt accepted. Thank you. It was nice. 5 minutes back for correct. Okay. Now, how many minutes do we have? 20 minutes, okay? Yeah, we'll take 5 minutes back. Bye. Yes, so it's very nice story, huh? Yeah, yeah. Subway sandwich as a 28-year-old, 2006. Los Angeles, California, San Fernando Valley. I think it was in Encino, okay. So working Subway sandwich, okay. Our boss is female, probably in her 50s, 60s, okay. She's such an energetic lady, okay. Yeah, she was our boss, okay. She'll say like, "Come on, baby, let's go." Okay, very cool lady. Okay, yeah, she's cool. I remember that lady. Okay, very energetic in her 60s or 50s. Okay, very energetic. She's the boss lady. Okay, very cool lady. She'll say to us employees, "Come on, baby, let's go." Okay, yeah, she's cool. Very like Amazonian, tough boss lady. Okay, she's cool. Okay, so and one day yeah, a mother and her daughter stopped by, okay. It was my turn to make the sandwich. Kind of clumsy. Yeah, latex gloves, okay. Personal hygiene, okay. So, and I saw them eating the sandwich I made for them. They did pay, okay. And mother and her daughter, the 5-year-old, 7-year-old, okay. And I saw them eating the clumsy sandwich that I made. Thank you. I felt very accepted and trusted, okay. It was nice. That's cool. I remember. And I worked there for 1 month, okay, and then I got a notice in my email, okay, so yeah, job interview, computer programmer job in Pasadena, California. She's about like 30 minutes, 20 minutes south of Los Angeles, Pasadena, California, okay. Yeah. You applied for job, computer programmer job, yeah. So we want to interview you, okay. Oh, okay. Let's do it. My housing situation back then, I rented a room in a house. My landlord, they're like Brazilian Jewish people, okay, from South America, but their ancestors are Jewish people, okay, so and they have nice house, okay. They rented this room to me, okay, come sublet, okay. And they're very nice people, okay. And the gentleman in that house, in his 50s or 60s, okay, maybe retired, okay, and they have two sons, okay. They're cool. They give me free food. They invite to their family dinner many times, okay. They're kind of Brazilian Jewish Americans, okay, so good family. They rented a room. They let me have this one room in their house, maybe 5 bedroom house, okay, something like that, okay. And very nice people, okay. So true story, okay. I'm not making this up, okay. Time check now. 15 minutes left. We'll take 2 minutes break, okay? For chorus. It was nice, okay? Yeah. 2 minutes break, okay? For chorus. Thank you. Yeah, so in human rights school, we love everybody. We love Jewish people, Arabs, Palestine, Israel. We love Russia. We love Ukraine. We love African Americans, Caucasian Americans. We love everybody. We love Asians too. Okay, so we're not racist here. Okay, we love everybody. Okay, but that house happened to be a Brazilian Jewish American household. Okay, the gentleman, the father, uh, is a nice guy. Okay, he's in his 50s or 60s, something like that. Okay, maybe semi-retired. Okay, San Fernando Valley. Okay, so maybe Universal City around there. Glendale, maybe. I don't know. San Fernando Valley. Okay, so yeah, they rented me nice room, okay. And I would take long shower, and he did complain about that. Okay, yeah, hey, who's gonna pay this water bill? It's Los Angeles, okay, Contra Desert, okay. So yeah, who's gonna pay for this water bill? You're taking shower for too long, okay. Please stop, okay. Just short shower, okay. Do not take long time when you take a shower. I remember because I love personal hygiene, so maybe it was too long or shower. There are two in Los Angeles. Oh yeah, yeah, it was nice house, okay, but yeah, he did complain about that. But my job, yeah, Subway sandwich, okay, 1 month, okay. Then I got notice in the email, yeah, job interview, computer programmer job in Pasadena, California, okay. So I told my landlord, yeah, the gentleman, okay, yeah, Jewish Brazilian American gentleman, he's 50s or 60s, most likely 60s, okay. And he told me, yeah, it's come to programmer job interview, okay, yeah, suit and tie, okay, yeah. Okay, you have suit and tie, good, okay, so let me see your necktie. Do it right, okay, go get it. Good luck. Kind of grandfatherly figure, okay. What a nice gentleman. What a good gentleman. I remember. Okay. And I got the job. My first computer programmer job outside of academia, outside of school. I did get the job. And I moved out. I got my own apartment in North Hollywood, San Fernando Valley, okay. Yeah, because I made more money as a computer programmer, okay. So it's $15, 1 5, $15 per hour, twice of minimum wage, okay. Should have 7.5, $7.50, okay. Twice that, okay, $15 per hour, okay. Okay. So I can get my own apartment. That was like 2006 when I was 28, okay. So I was happy. Yeah. Not much money, but look, I was pursuing my dream. Yeah. Hollywood celebrity, movie star. Yeah, I was going for that, okay. So I was happy. Yeah. So I quit my job in Subway Sandwich and got a new job as a computer programmer in Pasadena, California. Okay. My spare time, acting, going to auditions. Okay. During the weekends. Okay. During the weekday nights, yeah, applying to auditions, student films, community theaters, commercials, music videos. Okay. Time check now. Interesting story, right? Yeah. We are like 8 minutes left. Okay. We'll take 1 minute break for rest. Okay. Thank you. We have 2 minutes break. Right? Yes, so was I worried about my finance? No, there's no time to worry. I need to get a job. So I applied to jobs, go to interviews, and I got some jobs. Okay, it could be minimum wage paying. Does not matter. Okay, I need to survive. Okay, there's no time to worry, anxiety. No, there's no time for it. Okay, I need to make money to get a job, pay the bills. Okay, it's a very realistic, objective, like scientific approach. Okay, but at the same time, all these adventures, unpredictability, we cannot tell what future is. Okay, yeah. So, but anxiety, no. So I do exercise. Depression, no. No time for it. Okay, I need to make money. I'm alone in Los Angeles, California. I need to get a job. Okay, time check now. Well, 5 minutes left. About. Yeah, so I exercise, okay? I always have, okay? So running, push-up, sit-up, whatever, okay? So that was before I joined the army, okay? But I'm also martial artist, okay? So yeah, we do exercise, okay? Yeah, we have strong body and strong mind. There's no time for anxiety, depression. No, no time for it, okay? Yeah, let's get a job, okay? I do not know anybody in Los Angeles, California. They're total random strangers, okay? But let me apply to jobs, get good jobs, make money, pay the bills. Let's go. Hmm? Yeah, there's some uncertainty. I don't know anybody there. Los Angeles. Random strangers, okay? But also some good religion. Okay? Yeah, I was a Christian back then, okay? I'm humanist now, but maybe some part of me is a very Christian, okay? So yeah, let's roll the dice with Mr. Jesus. I take my chance with Mr. Jesus. I go anywhere in the world with Mr. Jesus, okay? Some belief system, okay? Divinity, like God is, okay? Who I believe that they will take care of me. Yeah, yeah, some belief system, okay? Religion, important, okay? No matter what religion it may be, okay? So yeah. Yeah. Mhm. It's important, religion, very important, okay? No matter what religion it may be, okay? So yeah, it really helped, okay? So yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, in Korean word, paranmanjang is like adventure, okay? So paranmanjang means adventurous, okay? Ups and downs, okay? But yeah, some difficulty here and there, okay? Being alone in Los Angeles without any job lined up, without without any knowing anybody, okay? It's just adventure in Los Angeles, California back then, okay? I liked it, okay? That was before I joined the US Army. US Army career, that's later on, okay? So, but yeah, adventurous, okay? Unpredictability, uncertainty. That's what adventure is about, right? But safely though, okay? I do not do any crimes. I do not overspeed. Okay, I drive very safely, okay? Respectful. I love people, okay? But moving to another city without knowing anybody, without any job lined up, unpredictability, uncertainty, adventure, okay? I like that stuff. Mhm. Working minimum wage paying job like McDonald's, Subway, sandwich, great restaurants, okay, and great leadership, okay. After I dropped out of Ivy League school, Cornell University, PhD level, but still pursuing my dream. Hollywood movie star, okay. Working in McDonald's, Subway sandwich, minimum wage, after all my education. But I was still happy. I was doing what I want to do. Okay, yeah, let's go to Hollywood, become a Hollywood movie star. Although I did not quite make it yet, okay, but I was happy because I was doing my own things. There's nothing illegal about it. Not immoral, unethical. No. Moving out, next chapter in life. That's what I did. All right, it's been 2 hours. Okay, I'll see you next time. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Welcome to Human School. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.